I don't remember seeing Josh Hawley at Shul. Maybe he just goes, maybe he goes to the later service on Yom Kippur. But here is Josh Hawley. And here's what really is one of the most disgusting things about this, broadly speaking. You don't have to be Jewish to be absolutely disgusted by what's going on when you see that woman in Somerville rolled up, basically disappeared by what looks like, an attack from it would not be hard to see that clip and see it taking place in Iran. I've seen clips that look very similar to that. And because this woman had written an op-ed in, I think it was the Tufts paper,
Yep.
In support of Palestinian rights, to see about 35 Democratic lawmakers, including Elizabeth Warren and others, come out and say ICE needs to return her and release her, and other lawmakers not doing that, particularly in the wake of of Chuck Schumer saying his job is to make sure that the left is not anti-Semitic or whatever it is that he thinks. They are allowing fascism and authoritarianism to grow and flourish and refusing to respond to it, ostensibly out of support against anti-Semitism. It's disgusting. It's so twisted. It is so twisted. It is literally like a Twilight Zone or Black Mirror episode. That in the name of protecting people from anti-Semitism, we are not going to criticize a Gestapo-like tactics.
Exactly.
It is so twisted.
Exactly.
And it leaves the door open for these right-wing authoritarians.
I was told they were populists and we could work with these guys.
Right-wing authoritarian populists.
Senator, I've been very clear that OCR has a very important...
Pause it for 1 second. This is, I should just set this up. It is a guy named Kenneth Stern. He's the attorney for the Bard Center for the Study of Hate. This is out of Bard College. Stern has been supportive of the investigations that have been taking place at Columbia to examine, they did a whole project to examine anti-Semitism, et cetera, et cetera. I suspect Kenneth Stern is probably somewhat invested in there not being anti-Semitism. But here is Josh Hawley.
Senator, I've been very clear that OCR has a very important role, that there are complaints that should go through the process. When you start using the Department of Justice and threatening universities' funding.
You are opposed, I just want to get this on the record, you are opposed to investigating Columbia University and others for anti-Semitism?
No.
That's what you said 6 days ago.
I am not opposed to doing it the right way.
What does that mean, doing it the right way?
Not to claw back funds, not to say we're holding you ransom. We're getting your faculty, Jewish...
You were asked about an investigation for failing to protect Jewish students, and you said that's just weaponizing anti-Semitism. It makes students less safe.
It is when the Department of Justice has a list of places they want to go to. The Senator Markey's question...
Oh, I heard Senator Markey's questions. I heard his whole speech. I thought it was insane. I just want to say for the record, I thought it was totally insane. And I think your positions are similarly insane. I think the idea that we would bend over backwards to hug and kiss and make nice to a pro-Hamas rioter, because that's what Khalil is, and that we would say, heavens, we can't remove him, and that makes Jewish students less safe on our campuses? That's nuts.
Senator,
that's nuts.
To Rabbi Saberstein's point, if you look at American history, the times when Jews were most vulnerable was during the Palmer raids in World War I, when there was political...
Jews are vulnerable now on our campuses because of people like Khalil, and I want to say for the record, I'm glad he's gone, and I hope he never comes back.
He clipped that himself.
Joshua Hawley, very, very happy with himself. Completely ahistorical. completely wrong. And it is disgusting that there are Jewish lawmakers who subscribe to what Hawley is saying here. It's disgusting.
I mean, we're seeing the evolution of the conflation of anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism leading to more anti-Semitism. This is, of course, what's happening.
Called that guy insane.
I don't know what the religion of the guy that was speaking there was, but Josh Hawley is not a Jewish person. I mean, his last name is Stern. I don't want to make an assumption, but like the confidence with which he lectures his guest about this is just insane, as the right is pretending that they care about free speech.
Stern's one of the co-authors, and I'm not sure how he feels about it today. I imagine maybe a little bit more nuanced, but one of the co-authors of the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism, which includes criticism of Israel.
Really? Oof.
Also, there's no evidence of Khalil being a rioter or a Hamas supporter
Or any of
being
those
an
protests being
anti-Semite.
It's all a lie. So Josh Hawley and his buds can do what they want to do.
Another day, another Trump attack on basic freedoms, this time targeting Palestinian activist and green card holder Mahmoud Khalil, who helped lead the Columbia University protests. But if you go to ground.news/majority, you're going to see how some outlets paint him as a radical threat, while others call out Trump's crackdown on dissent. The story hasn't changed, but the way it's told completely changes your perspective. The exact problem our partners at Ground News solve. If you like my show, you'll love how their app and website let you compare coverage from across the spectrum with context on how political bias, financial incentives, and even blind spots shape the narrative. Especially with so much of our media being driven by billionaire and political agendas, propaganda has become one of the most powerful weapons today. But Ground News is independent and nonpartisan, only committed to helping us think critically on the news, shaping everything from public opinion to policy. And since I can't cover every single attack on our rights, I've curated feeds that track key issues and trusted sources. This way, I know I'm bringing my viewers reliable information. Go to ground.news/majority or scan my QR code to see it in action for yourself. Because this story is bigger than just one activist being detained. It's about how media bias controls what you see and think. My viewers get the same unlimited access Vantage plan that I use for nearly half the cost, knocking the price down to just $5 a month. Hey folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.